Hello everyone, this is the Swedish game dev back with another devlog, and this will be a process-oriented devlog. I know some people out there like to watch people create games, or actually they like to watch people make public mistakes and learn from them, and that's what this video is going to be about. I want to say I'm really new at game development, so be prepared to see a lot of spaghetti code in this video. Alright, if you have seen some of my videos before, you know that I work on a game called Don't Get Possessed. And I think I'll start by showing you guys how progress is on the new version of the game. A few months ago I released a demo version of Don't Get Possessed, and it was actually played by at least 3 gaming YouTubers, and that was awesome. I was dumbstruck. I couldn't understand that someone wanted to play my game on YouTube. I was dumbstruck. But I'm really thankful for that. So thank you guys for playing the game. And this is the new version because I have reworked the first level entirely. You can see there's some jump scares, and now when I take the object, then ghosts spawn in, and this will be a new way to a new mechanic for the game, that the ghost will spawn after the cursed object is grabbed, and you can it's more apparent now that you are being cursed. You see some particle effects from my head there, and you can see the objects up here in the UI, and you can no longer see the object in the game world, and that was to solve the bug that sometimes when you bumped into things you dropped the object, and that was the lazy way to solve that problem. And this is the new look of the first level, and this is the new look of the headquarters. Here we have our blessed cupboard with all the cursed objects, and I've added a column of objects, so there will now be 15 objects, and I'm a pretty restless person. I want to see things get done, and I want to get visual feedback on what I've done. So I'm gonna make this game in episodes and release them 5 levels at a time. So this first episode will contain the first 5 levels, and then the next episode will contain the next 5 levels, and the last episode will contain the last 5 episodes. And I already find some stuff to work on here. This painting is in front of me, and this cursed object is in front of me, and that needs to be fixed. But the base works almost like it did before. When we've lost sanity, we can play some video games to regain 1 sanity, not full sanity, so that's a change. You can shut this off. We can't do it again because you can do it only once per return to the base. That's not to make the game too easy. And when you have enough money, you can use the phone to upgrade your sanity. And as you can see, when we go into the second level, I've changed the second level, and the first 5 levels will actually be houses. There will be a theme in each episode, and the first theme will be houses. And I haven't decided yet what the next theme will be. Maybe it will be parks or something like that. And there's a little bit more tutorial elements here. The tutorial tells you here's a crucifix, and I will try to show players things more slowly. In the first level there was no object, but in this level there is object. And you have more agency now because you can use the cross with a button, and the cross also, it can take 1 hit from an enemy. So now when we take this cursed object, we get chased by this spirit, and if we think it's annoying, we can activate our cross. Boom, he is gone, but our cross is now used up. We have to watch out for this guy and get down here and get out with the object. And this is also a new thing. You lose sanity when there's only 10 seconds left. And we did it. Let's drive back to HQ. And this is where we are right now with the game. And I am currently working on the 3rd level. But I think at first we will fix those things that we found in the headquarters level. The C order of this object was wrong, so we'll move this light up. And we'll change the Z order. Let's see, what Z order is this? Copper, it's 2. And let's put the Z order of this collected item to 2. And let's try to run it and see if this causes a problem that the crystal ball isn't shown. Oh, of course, we can't do it like that. We have to first run the 1st level again, but hang on, guys. And this is game dev for you. Trial and error. And here's a jump scare. And I've also learned to separate my my process. So now I'm currently only working on mechanics and graphics. I have completely skipped working on audio right now, and also skipped working on story, the story elements. I have a story in my mind, but the story will be presented through comics in the game, and I have not spent any time working on those. Okay, now this one will not be shown, so we have to change the C order again. So that's one advice from a noob, that if you can try to separate the different things in your process from each other. Don't try to work at everything at once, because I did that with the first version of this game, and it got pretty heavy after a while to try to juggle both sound, music, graphics, story, mechanics, learning how to program, all that stuff. So separate your process into different steps and focus on one thing at a time. Maybe you will start with the graphics, or maybe you will use pre-made graphics and you will start with the coding or the music or whatever is your thing. But my advice is not to work on all things at once, because that can be quite heavy on you. Yeah, okay, now the object works and we have to move the light down. It's up here, it shouldn't be here. And we also had the painting. We can put that one also on the 3rd layer. And we will see if that looks better now. Yes, that looks correct now. Okay, but we're currently working on the 3rd level, a medium house, and this is how it looks right now. We have a spider crawling there, because it's a new enemy type that I am trying out. Because I recently released a video about the object spawner, so that's something. If you want to learn how to make a turret enemy, you should really check out my new tutorial. Just plugging myself, doing some commercial for myself, but that's okay. So this will be a new sort of enemy. I don't know if this is the final graphics for it. I just made something very quickly, and it shouldn't stop there. I would actually like for it to change the direction when it hits this wall and walk to the left and out of screen. And I want this enemy in the game because now that the ghosts only appear after you have picked up the cursed object, there is really no sense of danger in the game before that point. So I wanted to implement some non-supernatural enemies like this spider that can attack you, so you have something to watch out for, even though they are not ghosts. And probably I will make some traps also because even if this is a horror themed game, and as my catchphrase says, Super Mario meets Phasmophobia. As you can tell, I really love Phasmophobia. But I also want this to be a platformer. I want it to have some Super Mario things in it. So this it can't be enemyless before the cursed object is picked up. So I want this new enemy in here to be some kind of threat for a player. And I think we'll work on that first. And probably some more advanced G-developed users will have comments on how I will try to solve this problem, but you have to learn by baby steps. And I think that I will create a new object, we'll call it turnaround, or maybe we'll call it change direction, and we will create a very simple image for it in Piskel. It's so nice that at least for prototype graphics everything you need exists in G-develop. The Piskel app is great for this. Otherwise I prefer to did I make it made a tiled object. I didn't want to make that. I prefer to use A-Sprite when creating the final graphics because I feel I have more control in it, but Piskel is perfect for prototyping. Okay, change direction and add an animation, and we'll edit it with Piskel, and we will fill this, and we will pick a white color, and we'll make an arrow to the left. We'll call this arrow left, and I know I should be more consistent with my naming. I don't know why I find it hard, because when I program in Python, which I also do, I find it super easy to be consistent with my naming conventions, but in GDevelop, I don't know why. I keep changing. Sometimes it's camel case, sometimes it's snake case, and I don't know. Does anyone else have this problem, or is it just me? I don't know. Okay, we have created our change direction object, and I'll put it here. Actually, I will put it here, and we will begin. We don't have to hide it, but obviously we'll have to hide this because or else it will look like crap. But what I now want to happen is the spider. Okay, when sorry, I think I thought it was programming for real there for a while. Collision, I mean. Whoops, let's slip up. Okay, collision between the new enemy, it doesn't even have a name yet, and change direction. Then we will start by flipping the new enemy, and I guess this doesn't make the enemy change direction. That would be really strange, but since we don't know, let's just check it out to be sure. Don't laugh at me now, guys. I'm a beginner, still learning. Here's the spider. Yeah, his graphics are just flipped, just like I thought it would be. And then we need him to move that way. And let's check out his code. It should be here in external events, core gameplay events, and enemies. The spider is here. Okay, the enemy is on floor. Simulate pressing right for new enemy. Okay. Then let's make a new event and say collision. And you can see I spread out my code between external and internal events, and that's how I roll right now. But when I I'm finished with the spider enemy, I will move it to this external event, so all code is in the same place. And didn't I make it a global object? Obviously not. So we'll go back to this level. And this is a bit scary, guys. You know, now you can see behind the curtains, you can see how bad I am at this, but that's okay. I'm making mistakes so you can learn from them. Let's make this a global object. Okay, and then we will go back to the core gameplay events and collision. Oh, all right. We also have to make this change direction a global object, and that's probably a good idea because we will probably, if this mechanic works like I want it to, it's probably a good idea to use this in other places in the game. Collision between our new enemy and change direction. And what do we want to happen? Then we want to simulate pressing left. Simulate, because this enemy has the platformer behavior, so then we can use these actions to control its AI. Simulate left key press for the new enemy, and this will probably cause some problems because this code is running. So we'll just confirm that there will be problems, but probably this code will now crash head-on into each other. But we will see. Here's our spider, and I'm avoiding it even though it can't harm me right now. That's interesting. Let's check it out. Boom. Yeah, he doesn't know what to do because we have to override this simulate pressing right. And what's the best way to do this? Now we have to think a bit. Maybe we will create a global variable, or maybe we'll create an object variable. We'll go into this house and we will find our new enemy spider guy. Where are you, guy? Here he is. And we will add a variable to him. Add a variable, and we will call this moving left, and we'll change its type to a bool, and it will be true at the beginning because he is moving left. And apply, and we will add this to the conditions. New enemies on floor, and variable bool of an object variable, and the object is the new enemy, and the variable is called moving left. And if this is true, then do this. So let's just check that out first to see if it still works or if I've broken something. No, that works. And now we will make it change that bool. If this happens, then we will change the value of this. So let's add an action, and the variable bool of an object variable, and the new enemy moving left, set it to false. Like that. And let's try if this works. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We will see, we will see. There they go, those little spiders. Doom! No, it doesn't work. And the question is why? Is it because there's also code here? No, it only controls the spawning. Flip it. And let's go back here. Moving left. Moving left. Did I misspell the variable? Moving left, no. And new enemies in collision with change direction. Set the bool value of move left to false. And then simulate a left. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we'll try to do it like this. We'll separate it out. Move this down here. Copy. And when this is false, simulate pressing left. Let's check it out and see if this works. Nope. Still isn't moving to the left. And here I've learned you can go in two directions. You can either try to solve this problem because there is obviously and probably a really easy solution to this, but I've learned that in game develop you don't want to lose momentum, and this isn't really super important for me that this enemy moves to the left. So then we will try another solution, and another simple solution for this is actually that enemies in collision with change direction. We'll cut this, and we'll cut this, and we don't need this anymore for the solution. Cut, and then we will simply delete new enemy. So he will be running to the right. And now he's deleted. So what we will do is that we will change the graphic for this one, and we will change its name. So we will call it Spider Hole. And we will edit it with Piscal. We will actually delete everything, and let's just change it to something that looks like a kind of a mouse hole from out of Tom and Jerry, like that, and save. And now there's like a mouse hole over there that our new enemy runs into. So this, for all you guys out there, this is the lazy way to solve problems in game dev, to not lose momentum. If you can't find out how to do something, you can either try. I could spend an evening trying to figure this out, but if it was really important to the game, I would, because I've done it on a few of the mechanics, but this isn't that important to me. So then I took the easy route, which is change the plan. And some of you guys watching this probably know how to solve my problem, and if you want to, I'd be really excited and glad if you wanted to comment on this video and tell me, hey, just do this and it will solve the problem. No, thank you for that. I will try to not be ashamed of my stupidity in this video. Okay, we'll change the collision mask, and we'll try this out again. And our spider is running, running. And this will probably be the screenshot for the video. This guy chasing after a spider. Yeah, it looks quite alright. It looks like it disappears in there. So, as I said, that will probably be the screenshots. Will go back here, so we don't have the mouse in the screenshots. And let's run. And I really like how these birch trees turned out, by the way. Here we are. Oh, but we don't get our first spider, so we'll have to do it one more time. And here's the spider. It looks like I'm chasing the spider. Don't run away. I want to be friends. Yeah, like that. Okay, guys, but I think that will be it for this devlog, and thanks for watching me make some mistakes. And I hope you enjoyed watching the process. And if you have any questions or solutions to the problem we solved in a kind of way in this video, please comment in the comment section below. And I'll talk to you soon in another video. So take care. Bye bye.